She's a
bad thing, fine as hell, think it's full. Oh my god, that's my baby.
Hey guys, it's Traeh, and today's video is another natural hair horror story. Now, I asked you guys in a poll what videos you guys wanted to see from me, so I gave you guys a few options, and of course, natural hair horror stories came out on top. It was natural hair horror stories for the win, so I decided to come on here and give you guys what you want because I do these videos for you guys, and if that's what you want to see, that's what I have to do, okay? Your wish is my, what is it? Command or demand? Your wish is my demand. Your wish, command. Your wish is my command. So I also want to give some shout outs. I told you guys in my last video that I'm going to be giving shout outs in all of my videos for my notification gang and my Snapchat fam. So here are some shout outs right here. If you would like a shout out, you need to have your notifications turned on so that you can be one of the first to get over here when I post a new video. You also need to be following me on Snapchat so that you can know what emoji to comment under each of my videos. Also guys, if you're feeling my hair, I did do a similar tutorial on it, so definitely click the I, or you can click the link in the description box so that you can check it out. I'm trying to get my summer styles popping, and I'm liking this. I'm liking the buns. I'm liking this. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and let's just jump into this crazy freaking horror story. And you guys know that I put the horror story right here so that you can read it along with me, so let's jump into it. So the email says, "Hi Miss Traeh, I'm a young viewer of your videos, 14 years old, and have been watching your natural hair horror stories for a bit and decided to share mine. In the 4th grade at age 10, my mom decided that I should get my first sew-in. Previously, my hair had been in either box braids or cornrows, and she wanted to switch it up. I, of course, agreed. Worst mistake ever. My mom searched online for someone that would do sew-ins for both her and myself. I remember her calling and scheduling the appointment for a pretty late time, around 5 or 6 p.m. The stylist did hair in her home and also had a child about 4 years of age. Okay. When we got there, my mom got her hair done first as I watched. My mom has relaxed hair. I have 4C hair. My mom's hair looked great when it was finished, and I was so excited to get mine done. My mom left me in the stylist's hands, and that's when the pain began." Okay, so you said your mother left you. What? Okay, did she leave the room? Oh, I am extremely tender-headed, so as soon as the comb touched my hair, I was ready to bawl. Though I stuck through it, and she started to braid my hair. It felt like she was weaving literal fire through my hair. Oh my goodness, girl. If you were already going through it with just the comb, I would not have kept going. Oh my god. Every single strand she pulled, I could feel. She braided it super tight, even though my mom and I have both requested her to keep it a little loose. Braiders must not know what that means because I have a lot of horror stories where the same thing happens. So I'm not even sure if they understand that you can do braids that aren't tight. Okay. Anyway, it was the worst pain I have ever felt. But she soon became finished and I saw my head. She did one big and thick braid around my head with the little tail sticking out the middle of my head like a sprout. When she finished, it was time for the weave. Now, before I get into the craziness, I have to let you know that I cannot tolerate pain inflicted on my head anywhere near my brain. I have very bad panic attacks and freak out. Girl, this style wasn't even for you because you have a lot of stuff going on. Okay, you're tender-headed, you can't tolerate pain, you have panic attacks, so yeah, I don't think this was even a good idea to begin with, because as a mom, if I knew that my child was like that, I wouldn't even expose them to that type of pain, even if you request that it's not tight, or I would be there actually monitoring, the stylist with my child. I would be there anyway. Like, I wouldn't leave my child in the hands of someone else. But if I already knew that up front, braids are the last thing you need. So anyway, she starts to sew the hair in. It didn't hurt at first, but as soon as she got through the second row braid, I was done. I started screaming and crying in the highest octave I could muster. I flew to the ground, holding my head in pain. Oh my gosh. And this is from the sewing in. Wow. It was like she was sewing through my scalp and not my braids. I didn't know for the sewing part it would hurt that bad. When I used to get sew-ins, the sewing part was the least of my worries. It was mostly the braiding. But oh my goodness, girl. Maybe she was taking the sewing needle a little too far down, because I don't remember that part hurting for me anyway. The worst thing is her little son kept bothering me and pushing me around, making my suffering even more excruciating. I also don't like that when children are running around. I know she does hair in her house, but it's kind of like your child should not be bothering the clients. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. The stylist tried to calm me down and get me water, which I did drink, and I called my mom. My mom, thinking I was being the little tenderhead I am, told me to stick through it and get my hair done, and that she would be there soon. Yeah. I was saying that I wanted it out and was pleading and screaming, but she wasn't having any of it. So I stuck through it, because if I didn't, her favorite belt would have been tearing through me that same night. I feel so bad. I really do feel so bad, because I know when Reagan is being extra, okay? But if your child is crying and pleading to you that it's hurting and she doesn't want her hair done, then that's kind of like a red flag that, maybe I shouldn't make her endure that type of pain. Finally, the stylist finished and it was time for me to go. I got into the car with the craziest facelift and worst headache ever. I couldn't sleep for 3 nights. My weave looked gross and greasy too. I'm wondering why yours look like this and your mom's, you said, look really good. I don't know. Fast forward a few months to when I'm taking my hair out. I'm in my bathroom undoing my braids after my mom cut the weave out. I finished unbraiding and start to part my hair when I noticed something. So I pull and I grab out a literal chunk of hair with my scalp. It says, so I pull and I grab out a literal chunk of hair with my scalp. That really gave me chills, like legit chills. So I pull and I grab out a little chunk of my hair with my scalp, my infected scalp attached to it. I go off. I scream and my mom runs in wondering what is wrong with me. I show her what happened and she is shocked. She touched my hair and more chunks of hair and infected scalp fall out. I wanted to faint. I was so disgusted. My hair chunks looked like shrunken heads, green with hair at the top. I wanted to cry. My mom treated my scalp quickly and apologized for everything. Wow. After that incident, I went back to box braids. There was and still is an indent where the chunks came from. Then in 2014, I got a relaxer. Realized my hair was damaged and did the big chop in 2015. Oh, my dad didn't like it since he doesn't like short hair. I do though, but I didn't care since he doesn't really know about hair anyways. My hair grew out healthy and I wore it natural for about a year until I started crochet braids, which I love. I found a stylist who does tender-headed children and crochet braids, and she is awesome. Because of my experience though, I am too afraid of ever getting a sew-in done by anyone. And for good reason. You're right. Thank you for making these videos. They really helped me learn how to take care of what was given. Keep up everything you're doing. Love, Kaj. Kaj? I'm not too sure. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh my gosh, when they say they can't get any worse, I get one and it's worse. Like legit. Oh my gosh, I don't know where to start. I kind of want to put the blame on the stylist because she's the one that styled your hair. But then again, a big part of me wants to put the blame on your mom. Whoa. So you and your mom thought it was a good idea for you to get a sew-in. The crazy part about it is your mom got her hair done first in the sew-in. It looked good. You didn't say that your mom complained of being in pain or anything like that. So you thought that your pain just came from you being tender-headed, or that's what your mom thought anyway. That you were just being tender-headed. The whole time, you were in excruciating pain, crying, pleading. You even call your mom and tell her that you don't want it done anymore. You want her to stop. And your mom's just like, nope, you need to deal with it. And I don't even know how, as a stylist, you would even continue. I mean, I know you're not. I know that your goal is not to pass up clients, pass up money, but you have a child. What is she, 14, I believe? 14? Oh no, she was 10 when it happened. So you have a 10-year-old child in your seat that is bawling their eyes out in crazy pain, falling to the floor, crying, and you think that it's a good idea to continue doing her hair? I don't even see the logic in that. But anyway, your mom told you to keep going, you know, get it done, whatever, and you thought, let me just get it done, because if not, she's gonna tear my butt up with that belt. And you were kind of in one of those positions, because it's like you're getting your hair done, you're in all of this pain, but if you don't deal with this pain, you got to deal with another type of pain. So it's kind of like, which one? So I'm kind of upset that your mom even made you deal with that or go through that, experience that. You said it felt like the needle was going through your scalp, your skin, your head. And like I said, I don't remember getting my hair sewn in to the point where that part is hurting. Maybe braids, because some braiders braid tight. Actually no, a lot of braiders from these horror stories, a lot of braiders braid tight. So I don't personally remember the sew-in part hurting. And you said it was like she was weaving literal fire through your hair, so I can only imagine the type of pain that you were going through. Plus you're 10 years old. That is just way too freaking much. So anyway, you go to take it out, and not only is chunks of your hair falling out, but your scalp is coming out with it. Like what? Like what in the heck? I know we had another similar story here where we talked about the scalp being infected because of dirty tools being used, but I don't know if that's the case for this one. I mean, it daggone sure could be, but I just don't understand how your mom had a really good experience and then you have a totally opposite experience. I don't know if you were like kind of squirming, you know, because it's hurting, so you're kind of like squirming, and it's like she's getting frustrated and she's like actually getting it through your scalp, or you know, if she's just trying to get a good grip with you moving. I don't know, I'm not sure, but something about your sewing was not right, and I just can't figure out why nothing like this happened to your mom. And I'm kind of upset that your mom left you in the salon. I know parents like to get things done, run some errands, but if she knows how you are and she knows that you're tender-headed, you know, and you have panic attacks, I just wouldn't leave my child. I wouldn't even risk that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm wondering if you guys ever told the stylist. Like when you guys send the stories, I want to know if the stylist was ever confronted, if you ever told the stylist what happened. Like I want to know that part. Like, do you guys just, you know, let it happen, just be like, you know, whatever, I'm just never going to go back, or do you actually go back and tell the stylist what happened? So anyway, just for future reference, if you do send me your horror story, let me know if you ever told the stylist what happened, because that's important to know. Like, what did the stylist do to try to correct it, yada yada yada. But yeah, after this you went back to your box braids. You ended up getting a relaxer, I believe, in 2014. Then you went natural in 2015. You still have that indent from where your hair came out, but I'm glad that your hair is growing back healthy. And I was actually going to recommend you trying crochet braids because I know that you are not looking to get in a sew-in ever again, but definitely crochet braids are a really great alternative. I actually love crochet braids, and you can switch it up so many different ways. So yeah, I'm happy that your natural hair is growing back nice and healthy. I'm sorry that you even had to experience this, especially at such a young age, going through that. So yeah, that really breaks my heart. And yeah, Kaj, thank you so much for sending me your natural hair horror stories. If you guys have a natural hair horror story that you want me to feature here on my channel, you can definitely email me. My email is down below. I only ask that your email is detailed and that you include pictures if possible, and that you let me know if you confront the stylist that did that craziness to your hair, because that's an important part of the story. We need to know what happened next. So yeah, definitely send me your natural hair horror story if you do have one. If you don't, you're lucky, okay, because I had one myself, and it's not fun. So yeah guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything, you can leave them below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.
Mama told me not to sell word. Mama 17, 5, same color t-shirt, white. Mama told me not to sell word.